Hi everyone, I am margourtarotreader, and today we are doing a personal reading that will represent the sign of Gemini in Cancer. Now, I want to thank my client, of course, for reaching out to me in reference to your spiritual path here in this earthly world. Now, as you already know, prior to the recording, I call into the universe with the client's personal information because my client remained private at all times. We have, and when I say we, it is I and the spirit guides, as you already know. Certain predictions can and are allowed to change to an extent. Other predictions cannot and will not be changed because it is the path that you and people in question have to take in this earthly world and or spiritual world as well. We are now, as always, into your side or the people in question side. And I apologize because I'm all over the place. The energy is entwining with another spirit that is passed on. This reading, it is specifically for that. Now, prior to the recording, I've reached on to the spirit guides so we can contact that energy that will represent the sign of Gemini. There are times, if they wish to come through, I welcome their energy, of course, to protect mine and theirs as well. So I've already channeled that person, and we are going to see what are the messages that he wants or not to answer. Okay. So I'm feeling a bit agitated here at the time, at this very moment, that my speech is trying to grasp for air. So it can be his energy or the environment that he's under. Okay. Now, as I read your questions and whatnot, your emails, it also goes directly to the person that you're asking to respond to all of those questions. And right off the bat, I got the energy of one of your questions. Sometimes when we are asking, tell me or show me, what we're asking is an approval of the energy of their existence in other words, okay? And so I felt that he was feeling rejected toward that. And the reason why he was feeling rejected is because I feel that he has been trying, and he's saying, going over and backwards to let you know that he is very much present. So, and you might be even saying, well, I know that, but I want a recognition kind of thing here. And so what we did was to clear his energy so he can move forward to the next path of his spiritual growth. So now I feel like I have to ask, whose option was the cremation? Do you know? Because I something about that is very hesitant when I picked his energy. So I'm not sure if he even knew or even wanted that. The phrase you're asking from him, see, I don't get that phrase because when I hear what he's trying to tell me, I hear like a sobbing sound, like teary, or it's almost like a crying sound that I hear from this energy. And I hear the LUV word. So I'm not sure how it's connecting with this whole situation, but he is not being straightforward to answer that. So I feel that it comes with sorrow and pain, in other words, when he's trying to answer that. Okay. I do see that he has noticed your behavior or your changes that are coming into you. That he feels darkness when it comes to your energy, um, which is weird because it's almost like he's protecting your energy instead of his. Um, and I feel that he has been playing, and he keeps saying playing, like something with your legs or something to that aspect. Is what he's saying. So to him, it's playing or being playful. Um, but to you it's not because it's scary. Okay, so sometimes when we are on the other side, we do certain things to get other people's attention, and without even knowing, sometimes can be, frightening, right? He does know because he has read your thoughts as the minute that you were writing them, and as well as when I channel the energy. Okay, and read out loud all those things that you've said. So he is very much so aware of what's going on. He's saying that it's going to be very hard and difficult for you to move forward, and he knows that there are certain people around your energy if you wish to date or be with anybody else. He's saying that already. But to his unfortunate well-being, um, it's not something that he had hoped for. The He actually thought, in reality, that you would have gone to see him. And it was almost like a shattering disappointment of him persisting, please, baby, come, it's how I hear him saying. I'm not sure if that's what he said to you, but I hear him saying, please, baby, come. I want to see you. I miss you. I need you. I want to be with you. And so these are the certain words or phrases that he could have used in your little conversation when he was still here in the earthly world, okay, in the physical sense. I have to say that he sees, so he's trying to say that he is trying to move forward with the path that he has to take, but it's going to take him a while. He knows he has to go into that forthcoming of the next stage of his spiritual growth in life. And so, but for now, is what he's saying, for now, or till then, he's still into the, I don't want let go. I need to be here. I need to be with such. So he's saying that he needs to be around you. He needs to be with you. First, because he's fearful of what can be after the fact. So he's already predicting that later on in the future, he sees you with someone else that can be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun rising. And I know that you're not wanting to know what's ahead in the future for you. And this is reading for that person that passed on. But he's predicting here certain patterns of what can happen to you. For now, he's saying that you need to take care of your health, something about your back, your legs, even some cramps, some stomach issues that are coming for you or that you've been having, is what he's saying. Okay, so he's basically, it's almost like becoming, your guardian space center there. And I don't want to call him guardian angel because he's not in that stage at all at this time. Okay, he can be later on for you or anybody else, of his loved ones, but for now, no. So I feel that he is struggling with what you're struggling to comprehend or to accept, okay, through all this. And again, he's giving me warnings to tell you to be careful with who you hang out with, what you do, where you do it with, okay? He's very clear about that. So he's almost speaking to me about you, and I'm trying to ask him about him. And I feel that is the maturity thing that is kicking in for him. It's almost like being a soldier in pain and knowing that he has one leg about to fall, but yet he's ignoring his pain and what he's going through in order to save another soldier. This is what I'm sensing here for him, okay? And so you become that. So he is in that mode sense, okay? Like reality is this, and I know I have to do this or get there, but I'll get there when I get there. And for now, I need to see who's saved and who's being taken care of, which for me, how I sense this is he's referring to you, okay? There are some issues that are going to happen within his family situation between an older male and a younger person. not it, and I feel that this is confusion between two men with a younger sibling there. Okay, conflicts, and it can be because trying to feel the hurt and the pain of that person's loss, of this person's loss. But at the same time, conflicts because of money issues. So there will be like a will or like a insurance thing happening here that I feel that at least three people are going to be incompatible with, I bought it, I pay for it, or it's mine, things like that. And so this is about who gets the most of whatever it is that they think that they're going to get out of this. Okay, there's at least two men and a woman involved here. Okay, so to his disappointment, he sees that they are hurting for his loss, but now they're all about what am I gaining for some reason out of this. And they're shunning you out, so he does not like that. He does not approve of the fact that his relatives, family, loved ones, or whoever rejected you. That is one of his bigger issues here, that he feels that you were rejected. He wanted you to be there for every step of every moment that it was to do here in the earthly world, in the physical sense of him. Okay? Yes, he will be coming into your dreams. I don't have a set time for that, but he will be coming into your dreams. He will find a way to talk to you. I feel like he's pulling something about your shirt, your sweater, a long sleeve, something of a long, loose clothing. A song. So I feel like he's moving cutting something, something that so I keep telling him to slow down with what he's trying to communicate with me. So a favorite song, it will show up at least 2 to 3 times a day at one point. He's saying whatever favorite song you had. He's going to give you little details that are unexpected, I feel. I feel heavy breathing, like almost like if you are in your birthday suit in the bathroom and I see the mirror. So I'm seeing me through the mirror, but yet somebody else is standing in between the mirror. So that, to me, it feels that it is his energy and you're the person that is in between the mirror and I. So that's how I see his energy. For some reason, I feel that he seems to look for you when you are in your birthday suit quite a lot. I'm not sure if he had a habit of doing something like that, like let's say, slap your butt, because it's how I'm sensing it, like treasuring your physical form. Okay, maybe you had some insecurities over that, and I feel that he's giving you some props over that. Okay, so he could have done that in the living. At the moment, because he was just recently, what they did. So I will say that this is almost like seeing something that is very real, right, taking place for him. And it's very, very scary for him. He's trying to accept the outcome with regrets. And he's trying to move past that, knowing that he leaves the earth in the way that he didn't want to, or leave whoever he left in the way that he didn't want to. And that's not just necessarily with you, but also with someone else in his life. And it can be like siblings and or children. And I just feel that he wanted to make you a part of everything, But what I'm also communicating to this energy is that you became part of that, even though it was not as he expected in the living. It doesn't matter. Sometimes we ask for something and we're not going to get it exactly in the terms that we desire. It is going to happen in the terms that is been written for us or by the universe given. And so, but we do get that type of portion of similarities of what we are asking out of our lives and loved ones, of course. And so I'm trying to explain that to that energy, that either way, he ended up having part of that wish with you. Okay, not in the way that it was, but in the way that it was meant to, at least in this physical life. Okay. Um, so he's saying don't cry, baby. So I'm not sure at what point were you uh, in such a moment. And so I feel that you took a deep breath within that moment. And when you did that, it was like out of nowhere you stopped crying, because he literally whispered, don't cry, baby, I'm here. Okay. So he's telling me that there will be changes in your life, because I asked, what does he want to say to you? So he's saying that there will be changes in your life, including most likely in residential changes for the near future for you, also for someone in his family as well. I feel that there's a person in his family that is ill. I feel that it's an older person, it can be a female here. So he is inquiring about that. There's a person in his family that is also ill, and it can be because of of losing him. Okay. So he's giving me a warning. He's saying that I need to tell you to be very cautious with your health. What is it that you're doing? Do not overdo it. Okay. Or just stop that. Careful when you're driving. Careful. Yes. Okay. Um, he does not want you to be in such sorrows anymore. Um, and I feel that when he said anymore means from this point on. Okay. He is not going away. Um, where are you? Okay. Um, so he's saying that he is not going away. He's just going to fade his energy while he's going through transitions. Every now and then there will be an escapee energy of of um, of him trying to reach to you for whatever purpose. It can be for him wanting or needing you, or you needing him. Know that when we think of someone, is their energy is entwined with ours, so they are much aware of what it is that is going on in your life. I'm not sure why is it that I'm stuttering too much today's reading. His energy is just like it cuts off and it comes to me. um, and that is can be the energy of him going through that path that we spoke about, you and I, the transition path. um, and it's like it fades and it comes and it fades and it comes. But either way, um, um, so he is saying, um, see, a lot of times when people, the majority of people, when we pass, it's close to our birthdays, in around the corner of the birthday, or just passed, or will be. Uh, and it happens a lot because of the energy that we're in at the time, right? But that normally is the case. Um, so I asked him because you asked, and then he's asking me, what do you want to do, baby? So he's asking me, in other words, he's telling you, what would you like to do that day? Okay. Uh, um, peace. So he's peace. So I asked him again over and over that question. So When I hear the peace straightforward with nothing on it, I gather that he's telling me that he wants peace for you. Find peace within you. Um, and it can also be that, and also just to be at peace with yourself or with whatever decisions you desire to do at that day. For you, most importantly, and for it, it's not even for him because he's telling me for you, most importantly. So he's telling me you, whatever you want to do, I want to do. Okay, so he's almost conflicting his energy of what was and what is. But in other words, he's giving you the option. He's giving you the pleasure to do what you seek to do at that day for him, because he is going to receive no matter what you do or say. He'll receive it anyways. My recommendation would be light a white candle, say a prayer, and put a glass of water beside it and his picture on the side, and just look at the picture and talk to that energy, talk to that photo as if he were to be here, and just as a normal functioning way, to heal for you for now, and also to release in somewhat that energy. Releasing goes in a number of ways. Releasing it will be the physical form, and maybe you even want to say that I'm releasing you on the physical sense, but I am always with you on the spiritual sense. We will always be together, and I know that we will always be closer now more than ever. What you couldn't do in the physical form, we can definitely do on the spiritual form, and that is a tide that will not be unbound. You know what I mean? It might take 100 years, 1,000 years even. And you know what song comes to mind at this very moment, which if I were you, I would listen to it. And normally when I have an energy of someone that passed on, if they're close, or I think I need to cut that one. Because anyways, it's that song called I loved you for 1,000 years, and I will love you for 1,000 more. Well, I'm not sure if that's the name, but get the drift. You'll see it, and if you can't pull it up, I'll look it up and I'll send it to you. So, but let me know if you find it. I feel that this is the right song for his energy at this time. Okay. You and this energy have been together before, and will be together as you were here in the next. Now let's see. What else can you say? I feel that there will be a delay on something that is legal pending. Could be his finances or his insurance of some sort. A delay or dispute because of that. Whoever's fighting for that. A new environment, a new home change, and I feel that he's speaking about you. Okay, he was hoping, so he's talking about the past and the present here, and what he thought he could reach, like pregnancy with you, children with you, family with you. At least you talked about this, his future plans. Okay, yeah. And I also feel that this is also talking about in the future of long to be. Okay. There were a lot of betrayals in this relationship, so he is acknowledging that. He is acknowledging his sins that were done between both of you. So basically, he's letting me know I caused her this much pain, okay, throughout the whole process of your relationship. So he's talking about even years ago, betrayal, and whatnot. So, who is this person that I keep sense of an energy of a woman who is a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising? So he's concerned about that person. And again, I feel that person is going through some life-changing experience. And I feel that this person is someone that is hurting either for his loss or because of his loss. But I feel that this is related to his family. And I feel that person later on will be someone that will also pass on. It can't even be in this year even, okay? I have to say that. Okay. So he's saying my baby will be okay. She just has to find the time, the place to heal when she's ready to heal. So he's trying to protect you in that sense. Okay. Um, I feel that you're going to be around. It's almost like a gathering of some sort. So if you ever go back to his house, be very cautious because he feels confrontation coming, arguments, fights, including, and they might involve you in the conversation or you literally be there. Um, but I feel that there are a number of people talking and mentioning your name and not in a negative way. I'm sorry, not in a positive way. Okay. So I feel that you're going to be like at the main topic of some type of conversation that his family are going to have. They're going to start asking questions, including how did this happen, why this and why that. So you will be in that negative atmosphere in their tongue, let's say. I will hope that it's in their tongue and not literally in person with you. Okay. So he says he's avoiding. He wants you to avoid the conflict toward that situation when it happens or when it arises, or even if it's just a conversation over the phone. Okay. I would say that there's nothing more to say to his family unless they reach out to you. I feel that you should just let it be. There's no need for you to contact, and if they contact, just listen to what they have to say and then go based on that. And it is what it is. The most important person um, is not here for you at this time, and so therefore there's no need to contact those people that did not make you part of such path. Okay. hmm I feel like there's a woman that's going to reach you out, and it was someone they had to do with him. I'm not sure if they have already, but I feel that that person will contact you. Okay. And again, he wants you to avoid those conflicts. So he's saying I love you, but he's also drawing me the heart shape. So I don't know what that is about when it comes to you. He's saying I love you, but he's also making sure that I see that he's going with his hands and fingers like this, drawing the I love you. Okay. I'm not sure if he ever did that, like through a window or something. I'm not sure, but he's giving me that. Okay. He could have even sent you hearts, I suppose. So only you will know that. Okay. Uh, it is what it is. Thank you, ancestors. Let us see what I need to back into the head. But I see, ancestors. What can we deliver here? So I was asking this energy, the Gemini, certain questions, and also, of course, of the ones that you asked. And so his energy has been very tormented um, as it went. It has been very tormented. Okay. So we have definitely helped that energy smooth out a little bit. We can definitely see that. But he has moments of overshadowing the hurt and the grief and the pain. Okay. Um, so there's a person there. I feel that it's a male figure with him at this time. There's another older female, but I feel that that person is coming later, like after him. Okay. Um, and but there's an older male energy with him at this time. So that will has made a or helped the transition, I feel. But I also feel that the darkness of the beginning of his passing was overwhelming, that it was just unbearable for him. Um, so he's coping with it now a bit more. Okay, so we definitely see that. He's trying to overwork the shadows of all the scare, the fear, the darkness, and it's almost like in a ball, the loneliness is what I feel for this situation here. I feel that he has one last stage to go through. Okay. I do. I feel that he has one last stage to go through prior to moving forward to the light. So it's mhm. So he's giving me a news of someone being pregnant. So I guess he's predicting of what's in the near future coming within his family. What I'm sensing is that he knows that that you are requesting this reading, but it's almost like he's giving me predictions for his family as well. Okay. And so he's saying like, I can't believe that I am in this form in this way, and I see, I see beauty, I see abundance, I see the equality of life in earth and in the heavens, and also in the under. Um, and if only I could have seen this beauty when I was still around, but yet being naive, not knowing, not knowing how to see the beauty that he sees now. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, the work that he put out in the living was always in a chaos, torm, torm, turmoil, but like torment, in the living. I feel that he's so. As you already know, my client, the cancer knows. We had in the past seen that he was being maliciously worked on with rituals in different ways. So we definitely see that one of those was almost like being bonded and tied down and not being able to breathe. And on top of that, what he experienced, what he was physically going through, it just doubled the pain more and the restraint of his physical body and spiritual as well. He was very restrained in the spiritual form, and that is why he could not move forward. He could not be loose the way he was. He was always tame, and tamed by the beast itself, by the negative energies, by the negative environment that he was feeling and going through and being around. And a lot of that was being haunted toward those energies. So he felt like trapped. He felt like he couldn't move. He couldn't breathe. He couldn't go past anything in life. Um, and so the light has been showing to him the beauty that it is to be away from those negative energies. Is what he is like saying, if only I could have seen this, you know, to save me, you know. I feel that that's what he's saying. He would have found the true self, you know. Yeah. He lived in a dark shadow condition, and at moments he tried to escape that with showing his emotions and going through the past or past relationships or past loved ones. And so he felt that that would free him from all this turmoil that he was going through, you know. But it didn't. Yes, it didn't. He was always overshadowed by something, restrained by someone, family or loved ones within the family. Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So as I was talking about being restrained, see, this is the being restrained here. Okay. Uh, of not knowing where to go, what move forward, being lost in that chaos. Uh, Whoever did this years to him, a ritual on him, years, and I feel like it's not, probably even, more than 10 years, even whoever did this. Uh, I feel that they worked with an entity that was not rightful done so, and that entity literally trapped. And you would ask yourself, people would ask themselves, how can you trap someone else's energy? Well, uh, with a number of ways, it can be done in all kinds of ways. But more so, it was done because he was weak, and he was done because he was at his lowest point in his life, uh, it, doing all kinds of negative things can even be, or he chose to be in that where is it? It feels like it's hiding now from me. Yeah, that card is hiding from me. Where is it? Not everything is for a reason and for a purpose. So when that card is hiding, it's telling me that he hid a lot of things from people and from himself, right? But it also tells me here that he could have done something without even knowing that he was being bonded, through someone. Okay? That's how I get this energy in this sense here for him. So he's explaining a lot of things for me. Okay? Things that maybe he couldn't even say anything before. So let me see here. What else can I pick up here? So who's this male that he keeps talking about to me? He was very devastated. Try to move one leg up. He was very devastated, very hurt. And then to know that he wanted to prosper in love, and love did not work his way. It took him. So if he moved 2 steps forward, something happened that just literally dropped him to the ground, and couldn't even move. He was in a moment that he was very depressed. He couldn't even get up from bed. He wanted to stay in bed and sleep all day. He felt betrayed by himself, by the world, by someone he loved, by the one he loved even. So he's giving me all these conditions of what went on for him, period. The heartbroken. Okay, so here again, we have this person that he's concerned about, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay? Yeah. I'm very concerned about that person's health, absolutely. A person needs to go check their heart, I feel. Okay? Here you are. I feel like he's choosing. We have you, we have the Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, someone rising, other person in his life, you know who. And he's talking about that person also. The materialistic person, the person that was always to gain things from him. You, the person that he felt broken, heartbroken to not being able to be with you and celebrate the union that you had. That it was short-lived, basically, even though it was a relationship that lasted years off and on to him. And it's telling me that he thought that love would be enough, He thought that love would have sufficed this relationship between you. I mean, he was not being necessarily naive, but he just thought that because you had that love for each other, things could work out between both of you. That's what he's saying. He felt that if you would have gone to see him, that maybe he would have gone back home with you, and things would have just, completely made a new turn for both of you. So he was hoping to have some changes in his life, and I'm sure he tried, and I'm sure that as he tried, things happened here where it was dragged down again. Let me just put it this way. I feel that deep down, as hard as he tried, he would not have been able to survive it either way. And I'll tell you why. Not only because he was so tame, but because he did not explain the nightmares that he was having, the sense of things being around him being moved even. So he was already experienced a lot of negative things. And if he could have spoken that out to someone, or say, maybe I'm going crazy here, but I'm sensing this, I'm seeing this, if only he would have had some type of help with someone that was, including like me, spiritual, to find the solution that he needed, to talk to someone about his overburdens that he was having, not just emotionally, but physically, mentally, and spiritually. He was so overshadowed, overburdened, that he really needed to talk to someone to heal that, to have someone literally say, then let's find a way to help you heal. he tried, I feel, in some senses with you, but I feel that he was not trying to overburden a lot of the things. He didn't want to make it seem as he was losing his mind and then maybe even having to be locked up or something like that is what he's saying, you know. And he just literally thought that love will be all that it will just overwork everything out. Sometimes that's all it takes. I'm not going to lie. But the way he was in this living, it was just chaos, too much to bear, even for me to even start sensing it now, you know. It's almost like he was pulled from two strings, one you, one the other person, and one, the negative energies that he had. What else can we see here for you? It's almost like confessing sins, It's how I sense this energy. He could go on and on if I let him, but no. And so, yeah, that's what he's saying. Oh, man. Yeah, he could go on and on if we let him, but no, we can't. Okay. So, again, he's talking about that earth person. It seems almost like it's a female. But the conversations, the last conversations that he had with you, so he's bringing that up again. He felt confused at one point. I'm not sure why. There was a pause in the conversation between both of you within that, or maybe if there wasn't a pause, he's talking about, the conversation went and then it went this way where we said, okay, let's just take a break and we'll see how this goes. Let's try this and let's try that. That could have happened even. So he was feeling a little bit jealous in the relationships, I feel, between you and him. As he felt your jealousy also about him and what he was doing. So I also feel that he was being threatened by someone here. I'm not sure if he spoke to you about that, but it also feels to me that it's a woman. Okay? There was a decision that he had to make before passing also, I feel. Between his heart and his physical well-being of what he was doing with who he was doing. Okay? Yeah. The decision, there was a betrayal, mistrust, thinking there was somebody else, or he could have been thinking that about you, or you could have been thinking it, but it feels to me that it was a mutual, you and him going to the same path here. But at the end of the day, all he wanted to do was just come about and be in a union, how to work this together, because he did not want to let you go, period. And we know that. He didn't want to let you go. He wanted to keep you all to himself. Ultimate dream was to marry you, to start something new, buy a house, create a family, celebrate each other's love and whatnot. There's too much pain. I'm not sure where he's coming with that, but that's what he's saying. Too much pain, too much chaos to make this beautiful thing work is what he's saying. So I feel that he's giving me excuses also. Okay, almost like talking to let everything out. See, this is how I feel, that he is in the energy of recognizing all certain mistakes that he didn't even know he was making in the living even. Okay? Okay, thank you. Okay. Again, so I asked him before we closed off and let this energy go today. Again, he brings out that person. This is a person that is very important in his life. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. It's just overwhelming in any way I see it. Who is this? Okay. He didn't want to see the truth about this person, I feel. But I also feel that this person has brought him a lot of pain and grief, or is doing that at this moment. I feel that this person has also advised him on certain things, and he was just being reluctant at not seeing things as the way that it was. So he's almost like in a repentance stage. Um, I feel with the way he's talking to me. But again, he's worried about that person's health. It may be that it's not the right time for that person to be in that type of position of health. Okay, and I feel that it is a family member. So we're going to close it at that today. I feel that it is time for his energy to rest into the universe. And so we are going to close it and let the energy flow into the universe and the heavens. Let this energy be clear from all sins. Let this energy be clear from all sins into the universe and the heavens. And I thank you for reaching out today. Thank you. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be the name of the kingdom. Come, will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Okay? So as always, I want to thank you, and of course, including you, for being here with us and showing us the right way from your perspective, from your point of view in the spiritual form, and also for my client, the Cancer. Thank you, and I wish you all the very best here in the now and in the after. Amen. Thank you. And thank you to you too.